What kind of lucky item is that? Last year, a man held up a bank with a bucket on his head. If he would have done it today, he might not have been caught.
Hello everybody, Booker Player 1 here, welcome back to my Let's Play of Deadly Premonition. This elevator is very broken, there is no power, and even though we have this amazing wrench, we will not be able to fix the elevator with it. We must go deeper into the depths of the Lumbermill, looking for clues and for a way to get back up. Or back down, rather. We already came up. Directions are hard. There's a melee weapon back here. There's a bar. If you've managed to get to the Lumbermill again and don't have the wrench. Melee weapons are pretty plentiful here, which is good because there are a fair number of enemies and just it's faster to use melee weapons than it is to use your guns. It also makes breaking all the boxes and stuff easier. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly lolly lollipop. Da do 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 do. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna sing the whole song. Can't go that way. We got some enemies here. We're just gonna give them the old 1-2 love tap, and another love tap. Now up ahead, we got this weird-looking door with hands all over it. There are no handprints around the part where a doorknob should be. A somewhat weird design, it seems. Should we interact with the door, we are prompted to use an item. And I do not believe our car key or our fishing pole are going to get us into this door. I actually kind of do like this area. The handprints on the wall are kind of a creepy aesthetic choice for the part of the mill that we're doing right now. We can go in here. There's not much in here. Got some boxes to break, and again, there is a steel pipe if you're trying to collect more melee weapons. These lockers have a big nothing in them. Glad we did that. But a steel pipe, if you have run out of melee weapons, if you've broken everything by now. Nothing over here. I'm also looking for straight agent honor. There's some hiding in some of the little alcoves and such. Also, the only doors you can open are the ones that don't have like the red vines grown over them. Those doors do not actually open or function. Oop. Excuse me. Excuse me. And we have some agent honor here at the end. Can't open this door, it's got a big old padlock on it, but unfortunately for that door, we have the power of wrench. And then we're greeted with another kind of... It's not a great puzzle. It is something more than get the item and take it to the place, which isn't really a puzzle, it's a fetch quest. So I at least appreciate the effort. So what you're going to want to do here is get your gun out, and we're looking for the hand that matches the symbol on the door, which you can see it right there. It's the one doing the Spock, the live long and prosper. And there's a timer at the bottom. Should you take, you know, too long to do it, you can imagine what happens. I also like the creepy hand tree. I think it's an interesting aesthetic. It's different. It's something different from just, you know, rusty metal, disused storerooms, the whole general Silent Hill vibe that this place has. you know, weird creepy tree going up out of the ground with hands all over. It's definitely something I haven't seen a whole lot of other places. It almost feels like something out of like Evil Dead. We'll tap this guy out of our way. Sadly, if you are enjoying using the firearms for whatever reason, we don't really get a good chance to use the machine gun again here. We don't really get ambushed like we did in the first half of the Lumbermill. There's just enemies in some of the hallways, which are, even using the handgun probably just is a better way to do it than just like wasting machine bullets on one guy. Alright, this time we have the doorknob that looks more like a hand to me, but what do I know? The doorknob is shaped like a hand. Classy for Lumbermill. Only a little handshake to open the door.
Huh?
You gotta wiggle that stick to get your hand out of there. And we get our next clue. Peeled off fake fingernail. Which, if you'll remember, we commented on Anna's fingernails at the hospital. And here we found another fake fingernail. Kind of confirming our suspicions. York will comment on the steam pipes and how basically not to touch them, don't mess with them. They're old and ancient and could break at any moment. Some boxes in here. Ooh, Agent Honor in the boxes as well as behind the boxes. Double prize money. Nothing else in here. So we have this door up ahead, but it is once again locked if we go to mess with it. Let's look at these mirrors instead.
Huh?
Our raincoat-wearing friend is kind enough to open the door for us. Again. Also, the dragon, the heavy weapon, is very Pyramid Head coded. I can't say I dislike it, but it's also like, I see where you got the idea from. Although you could keep reaching back into other horror media to get the whole killer drags or scrapes weapon along walls or floor for dramatic effect, all the way back to like the earliest thing I could think of would be like Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy doing it with his clawed glove, but I'm sure there are other examples that I just can't think of right now that would better suit our raincoat buddy. We've got some coffee in here. Also, you might have noticed those big like pallets or stacks of wood or whatever they are. You can actually destroy them. You don't have to just climb up over them. Ah, yeah, okay, we gotta. Yeah, there's a whole meal in here. There's coffee and a sandwich. Let me ask you, anyone else who's watching who is a regular coffee drinker, how do you take your coffee? I'm a black with 2 sugars kind of guy. Very occasionally, very rarely, once in a blue moon will I add creamer or milk. Nothing else in here. The raincoat killer wagging his finger at us is probably one of my favorite images in this game. It's so... It very much feeds into the, like, sadistically, murderously playful aspect that a lot of horror icons, both good and failed, try to cultivate. Feels very, I guess a current example I could think of would be like Art the Clown. It kind of feels like that sort of vibe. The very, a very playful nature to a person who is doing terrible things. Smash another lock. And see what's behind the door. I'm very much into horror media. It's one of those things I could probably talk about for a good length. People always ask that question, what's he got here? A bar? No, we don't. That's one of those like icebreaker or road trip questions. It'd be like, if you were kidnapped, what would you? What's the topic you could talk about that would have the kidnappers returning you within 24 hours? And like, one of mine would be horror media. I'm not the biggest fan, but I could talk enough about it that they wouldn't want me in the car anymore. Well, it looks like we're locked in. There's a lot to do in here. This is essentially a save room. We have a toolbox. We can save on the phone. We have some lockers we can search if nothing in them, apparently. There's a bed. Your suitcase is here to change suits. White noise on the TV. Who turned it on, I wonder? I'm going to play on my box for a minute. Okay, we got some items sorted away. I'm gonna make a save for two reasons. One is the reason I listed last time, which is it's in case the game decides to spontaneously abort itself. And the other is because we have a lengthy section coming up that is a whole lot of press X to not die, which is what I have often referred to QTEs as. We've restored the power, but now we have to get out of here, and that door is locked. And we have received a phone call. I thought that was a really cool, cold line. So now you see we have a hide prompt on the lockers. We can pull a Dead by Daylight and just hide in here. It doesn't really serve a purpose at the moment, but good to know we can do it, I guess. If we peek outside. He's waiting for us. So what the game wants you to do is to hide in one of the hiding spots in the room, and he's gonna bust through the door down and start looking for us. And occasionally the game will prompt you with a hold your breath trigger. If you fail one of those triggers, you can imagine what happens. But because I'm such a nice guy, I'm gonna show you what happens if you miss one of those triggers. Also, it doesn't matter where your hiding spot is, he just kind of follows a set path as far as I know. He only finds you if you miss a trigger. Like this. I mean, yeah, if you get murdered, it's definitely an investigation failure. It's kind kind of a neat game over screen. We weren't going to see it otherwise. So. Alright, this time we'll do it for realsies. Make sure he doesn't find us. Can't leave now. Better not. So the way these hold your breath triggers work is you'll be prompted to press the button, and then you have to hold it while the alert appears on the screen. Like this whole time it says hold your breath, you have to hold the button down. If you don't, he finds you. Personally, I feel like we could take him. We have the Infinite-Wrench. But we wouldn't have much of a story if I just popped out and clobbered him with the wrench, would we? I did think the killer perspective, like the two different angles, were an interesting way to do these segments. I kind of wish they had utilized the screen space maybe a little more, but it is what it is. Eventually, he's going to get frustrated and leave. Then we get yet another Silent Hill 2 moment where we're hiding somewhere and just watching the stalker killer leave. Now we can get out.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
I don't think I went in this door earlier. It's not a big deal, and we do get money for at least examining it. The Lumbermill is one of those places, like the hospital, that we can replay later for some bonus stuff, and we are going to do that at some point. So we will get to see what was in that room. He's still chasing us, though. Now we get a chase sequence, which is a lot of button prompts. You'll have to wiggle the analog stick to run, climb up over stuff, climb down stuff. You'll have to evade his attacks. That being said, nothing he does, unless it's one of the scenes like where it prompts you like to dodge or evade, kind of like when he caught us in the hallway before we started this whole mess. None of it outright kills you, as far as I know. He's gonna be very polite and break that box for us. Also, don't worry about direction. The game automatically chooses directions for you. We can actually get him to break this box. There we go. Also, all the obstacles in the hallway, if you were gonna do like the 1 million IQ like Galaxy Big Brain play and break everything, it just comes back. If you wanted to just destroy all this stuff so you don't have to keep climbing over it or whatever. It'll just spawn more boxes and wood piles and such in so that you still have obstacles. He is gonna catch us here. But it's going to give us a prompt to avoid the attack. Oh, I just missed that. When you get here, you'll get prompts to avoid the steam. You should definitely do that, or you fall down like I did. Oh, and the slow opening of the door. He should probably still not catch us, though. It can be a little exhausting just having to constantly, like, wiggle the stick back and forth, but it's a pretty generous and forgiving chase sequence. You can make a lot of mistakes and still get out of it without dying. And then this guy is just like... I don't know. He had a plan. I don't know what it was. I don't think it involved getting clobbered with a wrench, but that's definitely like, yeah, that's cathartic. After this guy chasing us and us not being able to do anything about it. I'll take an easy kill. Now, once we get to the end of the elevator, we have another series of quick time events to do. So, just be ready. This is not a good time to like set your controller down or like run off to get a snack or something while the elevator does its elevator thing. It's a bad time to do that. Don't do it. / getting snacks right now. Speaking of Galaxy Brain 1 million IQ plays here, that's York's idea to get rid of this guy, is to activate the elevator and send him back up, because I guess it's a... Ooh, that's awful. Welcome to Deadly Premonition, where there are just bugs all the time, always. That terrible sound. And we got our last clue, a torn piece of red raincoat. We can now do the full profile.
That's all the information we need, Zach. Let's go back and show them what we found.
And that will conclude the Lumbermill. We have some cutscenes to close it all out here, but that's the end of the area.
Have you seen any of these things before?
No, not that I know of. But that raincoat is a little odd.
Odd? In a town where it rains so much?
Well, the people here rarely go out in the rain. I moved here during high school, and I never really understood why. Can you shed some light on this, George?
Oh, well, there's an old story, folklore. It's a fairy tale to me. Something about a killer in a raincoat who appears on rainy nights. a vicious killer in a bright red raincoat. Yeah, that was it. Just a foolish piece of superstition. A rubbish story someone made up. Not many people still believe it, but I guess it's a traditional place. Most of the shops still close up when it rains. School's out too. And since there's no reason to go out, not many people ever wear raincoats.
And now the raincoat killer has leapt out from his picture book. Oh, by the way, would you two kindly show me your backs?
Our backs? Is this related to the case?
The person with the upside-down peace mark in that photo we found. He's our killer.
And what makes you so sure about that?
Zach and I saw him kill Anna in the lumbermill. He killed her. Right in there. Oh, one thing. Please don't ask me about Zach. That's a private matter.
Anyway, by showing me your backs, we can clear up most of my concerns about you. Isn't that for the best? You do want to remove yourselves from the suspect list. It will make things a lot easier.
This is insane. Your methods are rude, insulting, and out of the question. And Emily is a female officer. Forcing her to show you her back is harassment. I don't care if you are FBI or not. You are out of line.
George, it's okay. Let's just show him and get it over with.
Emily, are you crazy?
Look, we flash our backs and he'll start trusting us a little more. Right? Agent York?
Are you satisfied now?
Yes. My apologies.
Now you, George.
Yeah, okay. I can't refuse it now, can I? But don't expect to get your way all the time, Agent Morgan.
George.
What are these scars?
Just like your Mr. Zach. Something private. I don't have to tell you about it.
Of course. Just like Zach. We can understand that, right, Zach?
Anyway, this will make things a lot easier from now on. I'm glad to say you're both pretty much off the hook. Thank you for your cooperation.
If anyone is suspicious around here, it's him. He's the most suspicious.
No, I don't think so. But he certainly is the most irritating.
We've studied the crime scene. You know what we have to do next, Zach.
George, can we arrange to have the townfolk gather in one place? There are some things I want to address with the townfolk.
Very well. I'll arrange to have as many as possible gather in the community center tomorrow.
Thank you, George.
I love the absolutely just exasperated and defeated look on their faces. They just had it with York. That's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys are enjoying them. Until the next one, everybody stay safe.